The second letter is from Lester. Dear Smarty, it's been a whirly-twirly time. Peru, Fiji, Tahiti, then Bonga Bonga. What a place. As if each blade of grass was hand-painted. Before that, Paris, where I got into a dust-up with an art critic defending your honor. Never saw a purple cow? Suck my purple dick. But it sounds better in French. Anyway, you probably heard from Apollinaire that we all had a powwow in the pokey because of that idiotic Mona Lisa business. Leave it to my idiot sidekick, Sam Bunny, to crack wise at customs. No, I wouldn't steal her, I'd give her a mustache. We saw Picasso. His first words were that he had painted me out of Les Demoiselles. Back in 1906, I had posed as a sailor. Oh, the gods are cunning. They lie in wait to trap the impious. Les Demoiselles d'Avignon was considered ugly, hideous, rude, and primitive, but I knew it was a great painting. Knew it in my bones. Must say that the finished picture had a very bonga vibe, and now Picasso and Braque are off inventing cubism. Paintings like cut gems pushing out of the canvas. Said you had a hand in it. Something about a character named Nonagon, a 9-sided polygon. In Monte Carlo, I bumped into Djinsky, who was eager for Bunny and I to work out some steps for him for the fawn dance he has planned for next season. Kid can leap, but he's no choreographer. Picasso claims he has no use for the Ballet Russe crowd. Ha, you wait. He'll end up hitched to a dancer. And speaking of dopes, Sam Bunny in particular, he's fallen for a ballerina named Tati, rhymes with haughty. She's got an evil eye and a whipped tongue, but he's smitten. That's smitten without the copyright C. Anyway, Smarty, we'll be at your party. Open bar. Those two truly beautiful words. Like your chum Bunny always says, you're a prince. Or was that prick? Lester Bester, court jester. Back in his studio, Marlowe considered these letters from the past. On his wall were several sketches of various cabaret scenes, but deeper insights were eluding him. It was coming at him intensely, but he had no idea how to put the pieces together or how things were organized. He thought of those stylish people at Smarty's party with their cameras and tablets sharing information. What did they know he didn't know? In his journal he wrote, I am looking in a deep hole. The dirt is red. It is a red dirt spiral. It smells of cloves. The air is warm. I see bare feet on dirt floor on the spiral leading down. I see bangles on the ankles. I hear a sound. Ding, 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 ting, ting, ting. Every piece of art starts from nowhere, an empty vessel to be filled. Out the window, dark birds, olive trees, rain, early morning smelled. Animism, a sense of the sacred. He wrote, Proust has taught me that all of our life should be examined, that all our life is treasure, that we can't see the mosaic until we look back. And even then, the pattern is ever shifting. Nothing is to be wasted. The whole cloth of life, the canvas, nothing verboten, nothing that can't be made beautiful, even our worst sin. Redemption is a life process. Marlowe was standing between two worlds, a crevice cleaving under his feet. He saw it clearly enough, maybe too clearly. But in telling the story, he found himself confused and couldn't place the source of his confusion. He wanted the story to go in a linear order, and the story would not obey. The story was meant to be told in a circle, so the end at the beginning or the beginning at the end, it did not matter. It would loop all day on a wall, and the viewer would enter at any given moment, not like a movie, and time did not matter. Is it this year or last year or next year? And there was Marlowe telling his dreams. In one, he's in an old city where he encountered two hairless, headless donkeys led by a wizened beggar. The beggar mutters, I should kill myself. Marlowe marveled at these stick-thin beasts with necks like ostriches and wondered where their thoughts went. Later, near dark, as he rounded a corner to be hit with the pungent smells from the spice vendor, again was the beggar and his headless beasts. The beggar moans as before, I should kill myself, and lunges at Marlowe and grabs the ring on Marlowe's finger. Marlowe pushed the beggar away with little effort and went on his way. Marlowe woke, and in the dark he felt his ring. A rough edge, the gold around the bevel, had cracked off, leaving the gem exposed. He thought, "Thank you, beggar, you did me a service." And I did not understand, nor was I grateful, nor was I humble. I showed no compassion, only revulsion. And this is how we are tested. Marlowe thought, vanity of vanities, the silver cord loosened, the golden bowl broken, things fall apart. And then Marlowe started to wonder how the beggar formed in his brain. What chemicals made the headless ostrich-necked donkey appear? He had no idea, but Freud and Jung would have much to say on the subject. And this unfiltered strangeness is also the cornerstone of surrealism. Like a brown pod, the size of a misshapen sunken skull with rattling seeds chasing him through the street. When surrealism was new in the 1930s, no one had seen it before. Now, surrealism is normal. He woke up thinking about 39 P's for Zigmar Polke. He realized he'd only painted 33 P's. Would anybody notice? People would assume there were 39 P's, and if anybody did count, would they take it as a play on expectations or a mistake? Marlowe decided he'd stick with the assumption angle. Then he closed his eyes again and imagined he was back at Smarty's party. The floor was moving, undulating, rippling. He was standing still and caught in the current. It all jiggled and colors pulsed. And at the edges, everything seemed soft, like the walls were covered in velvet. He could feel the softness. The images pulled him in and enveloped him, and he was dancing with flowers. He felt the softness of spring petals.